This is Katie Hunter from MMA UK. I'm here with Calum Murrie. Thank you so much for doing this straight after weigh-ins.
No worries, not a problem.
I know all of the Scottish MMA UK fans wanted to hear from you.
What's that, sorry?
The Scottish MMA UK fans wanted to hear from you.
Oh, that's cool. It's always good. I'm just glad to be back competing again after a year and 4 months out. So I get on a big show as well. So it's perfect. Looking forward.
That was going to be my first question actually, about you having that long out. I know you broke your arm in your last fight as well.
Yeah, that's right. I broke my arm, which was a bit of a setback. It was like I basically had to go like 6 months rehab. Had to get a plate and everything put in my arm. I had to get like
Wow.
From my elbow to my wrist. I had to get a titanium plate put in, 6 pins put in it. I broke my ulna in 2 places, just blocking body kicks. And I was fighting for the world title over in South Africa, EFC world title belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, these things happen, and it was a 6-month rehab, and then I had some other things going on in my personal life as well, and it just the time passes that quick before you know it. It's been a year since you fought, and then I just missed it. I was eager to get back, so I've been back training and stuff, and then obviously this opportunity arrived, so I'm good to go.
I've read a few articles about you considering retirement during that time, not even sure that you were going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, when something like that happens, I'd never even really experienced an injury. In fights, I've had 21 MMA fights. I've had 15 amateur, 6 professional, and all the fights, you're lucky if I ever came out with maybe a bruised leg or something. So when you go through like a fight like that with Cabeza, it was 5-5s at high altitude. It was just a grindy, grueling fight, and then obviously I got my arm snapped in that. I couldn't work. I'm a self-employed joiner as well, so that's how I make my money. That's how I pay my rent and pay my bills. So yeah, everything. Your head just kind of goes. It gets a bit scrambled, and you think, right, am I going to take that risk again of that sort of thing happening? And is it worth competing again? But then after you have that time out, it's something that I've done for the past 10 years, and it's like I know that I'm 32 years old right now, so I've only got another few years left of competing, and I don't want to regret that later on. I know I'm still fit enough. I actually feel in my prime right now. I'm the strongest I've ever been. I'm the most knowledgeable about MMA I've ever been, and I think why would I give up now? You know what I mean? I've made it to the bigger shows now, and I've grinded away for 10 years to get to where I am. So why would I stop now? You know what I mean? It's like, let's keep going.
Is there any fear of like another injury after having one that bad?
There was. This was the kind of things that was going through my head. Like, this is what was making me think, like, am I going to retire? It was kind of like fear of thinking, like, what if it gets hit? Is it going to break again? I went to the hospital. I've had another X-ray on it. They said it's all healed perfect. If anything, they say it's actually going to be stronger. So I'm not worried about that. I'm actually feeling really good. I'm excited for this fight, and I feel it's a good opportunity for me to go out here and show what I can do.
You're not going to do a Tony Ferguson and like practice the arm against a tree, bashing it really hard?
I've not practiced that, no, but that's an option. Never thought of that.
So where and when did you find out that you'd got the call up to Bellator Dublin?
Oh, it was funny actually. I was sitting in the house, and I just finished training it was just less than 3 weeks. I was just finished training Super Sunday, and I said to my coach James, I obviously want to fight again, and he messaged me saying, "You want to fight in 4 weeks' time?" He says, "On top's got a French guy for you." So I was like, "Aye, let's do it." You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's get back in there. And then literally, so I was quite excited for that. And then literally about 50 minutes later, I got another message: "Scrap that. You make weight in 3 weeks' time. Bellator Dublin." I was like, of course, like, I said 100%, so let's do it. So yeah, I was excited as soon as I got that. And he says, right, let me put your name forward. So I think he put my name forward, and I was just fingers crossed that it all got okayed, which it did, and here we are, ready to go. So.
And you're a replacement fighter. You're obviously fighting Logan, Dylan Logan. Replacement fighter for Tom Mearns. Did you know that he was supposed to be fighting? Did you just assume he was injured?
No, that's exactly what I knew. I knew he was meant to be fighting Tom Mearns, but I just assumed that he was injured.
Yeah.
And I just thought he was injured. I thought, like, perfect. It's an opportunity for me to go, and then it was actually my teammate Luke Shanks, he shared like my fight poster when that came out. He shared my fight poster like the week later, and I see Tom Mearns had written on it like, what's this all about? I'm fighting him in 2 weeks. By this point it was a week later. He's like, I'm fighting him in 2 weeks. So how's this possible? And I don't know if that was the first he had heard of it.
It was the first he'd heard of it. That was how we found out.
That's unreal. Like, I mean, I think everyone was a bit confused, to be honest. Like, but at this point, I'm like, well, I've been told that I've just now booked paid for brain scan stuff for this. So I'm like, well, and they've told me I'm fighting. So I don't have any idea what the confusion was there.
So I interviewed him about it because that was exactly how we found out, and it was to do with the fact that he'd missed weight at 150 in his last fight, which he'd accepted as a short notice fight, and because of that, and because he'd put on 14.8% of his body weight before he fought, they needed a doctor's note 30 days out for him fighting to say that he was safe to compete at 145. So this is a new thing. The commissioner at Bellator has just told us all about it. If people miss weight and then they put on more than 10% of their body weight the next day, they will be required to have that doctor's note or move up in weight class.
Like
you're glad you made weight today.
I always make to see that's it. I mean, I got, like I say, I've not fought in a year and 4 months, and then I got told about this fight in 3 weeks' notice, and I made weight comfortably. Like, probably one of the easiest weight cuts I've ever had. I think when I found out I was fighting, I was sitting at 76 kilos, and I stood in the scales half an hour ago there at 65 kilos. I've lost 11 kilo comfortably. That was me only cutting 4.5 from yesterday. So yeah, I mean it's some guys cut a lot of weight. Some guys will cut up to maybe 10 kilos in 24 hours and stuff, which is kind of crazy. And I get it's all for the safety of the fighter, but you've got some guys out of camp. You find it more with boxers more than MMA fighters, I would say. As martial artists, you're in camp all year round.
So yeah, you were just saying you never go above 77 kilos, really.
Aye, that's right. So some guys will go up maybe. Like if they're fighting at feather, some guys will go up to sort of 85, 86 and stuff, and then I get what they're trying to do. They're just trying to make it safer. That's what it is. I mean, there has been guys that have died through weight cuts and stuff. Like on one FC, there was a guy that died last year, I think. So they're just trying to make it safer. But weight cutting's a part of the sport. I think it's always going to be a part of the sport as far as long as we've got the weigh-ins the day before.
And this is your Bellator debut of, one fight, but I assume that you're hoping that it could turn into a multi-fight contract.
Yeah, definitely interesting to go out here tomorrow and prove a point, just show what I can do, and then look to get a contract with them.
And how are you feeling about the crowd? Obviously, they're not going to be on your side tomorrow.
No, I mean I'm used to that. My last 3 fights have all been in South Africa, fighting guys from South Africa, so I'm used to that. My last 4 fights actually was. The last 4 fights have all been against.
Molly always photobombs my interviews. It is a thing.
Whoever I photobomb wins, though.
Oh, that's it. There we go. I like that. Yeah, so the last 4 I've been against the hometown crowd, so I'm cool with that.
Awesome. So I wish you all the best of skill for tomorrow. Thank you so much for talking to me straight after weigh-ins. You looked great on the scales and you still look good now.
That hairline's not getting any better, but
what are you going to be eating to refuel later?
I don't know yet. I've got fruit. I've got drinking my water right now, Diorolite. I've got some fruit to nibble on just now, but I'm maybe an Italian or something like that. I like Italian food. Yeah. I've got a long list of foods that I want to eat, but my coach James is up the stairs, so I'll not be eating them.
You can have them, after the fight.
After the fight, I'll get them. I'll probably go for an Italian pasta or something tonight.
Awesome. Well, I hope to buy you a Guinness after the fight.
Aye, that'd be good. I've never had Guinness actually, but I'll try it.
Thank you.
Thank you.